Here are some things that do and don't work for me as someone who watches almost exclusively horror movies. Starting with what absolutely works for me almost every time is any storyline where the main characters are trapped. This is from The Descent, of course, one of my absolute favorite movies. I always say that if I could watch a movie for the first time again, it would be this one. I love a trapped storyline. As someone with a body that I have been carrying around for 30 years, I love a good body horror story. I just feel like human bodies are so gross in general that any storyline that really leans into that is just works so well for me. Horror that happens in the daylight, also very effective for me. I think it's kind of a challenge, so when it's executed well, it is so much fun. Next up is horror that is kind of nihilistic in nature, has kind of a bummer ending. I have to be in a particular mood for this one, but it can be really, really effective for me. This is from When Evil Lurks. Another good example of this is Smile or Smile 2. And lastly, in this category is suggestion. This is from The Outwaters. A lot of complaints about that movie were that you couldn't see anything. I love to not see things if it's executed well. I honestly prefer to see less. I think the suggestion just adds to the horror so much more effectively for me. Okay, on to what does not work for me. That would be kids. Kids in horror movies, and maybe not for the reasons you would think. I tend to find their performances a little hard to believe, and a lot of the time their dialogue is just really cringe, and it never really has been effective for me. This might be controversial, but I am not a huge fan of like the Catholic possession and exorcism story typically. It can be done very interestingly and uniquely, but for the most part, it kind of just has like a very, very overplayed look and feel to it. This might also be a little controversial. I don't love a Satan storyline. I Satanists and Satan in general, again, I find it a little cringe. It just doesn't work for me. I guess all of these could be controversial depending on your tastes. I don't find clowns scary. I just I don't know. I think that the It movies are interesting and they got a lot of cool stuff around them, but the clown look is honestly the least scary part for me personally. And lastly is stories that are very much allegories for parenthood. I'm not a parent, so it's just something that